Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the bishops, and the elders of GMS are as well. Peace and salutations to the elect. My name is Anah. It means to testify. I got the title here. Esau only got one plan and he see it failing, but he presses on. I got a clip pulled up from Elder Apostle Har, uh, you know, the head of a Great Millstone. This is one of his channels here, Elders in Transit 3. Subscribe and be edified.
Did not the Apostle Paul say he was going to call Satan on Alexander, the coppersmith, and Hymenaeus? But he had situations where Paul had people that went off, but he made the statement. Paul said that I called Satan. Now look, I'm gonna call the beast on you, which is a spiritual beast. So we can call demons on you. We can ask the demon. We can command the demons to bring the physical demon down. Because these demons are going to come against you anyway. They're going to be a lying spirit. And your soothsayers, your monthly, you know, stargazers and so forth, your modern day Chaldeans. The demons are going to lie to you. You put that circle, and you put the what do you call that? The hexagram in the middle of that, and the demon come up in the middle of that bitch, and the demon lying his ass off, setting you up. Hey, them demons, the elite illuminated ones, they consult with demons, and the demons is lying, setting them up. If the demons were honest with them, they would say, look, give yourself up and just go into slavery. That's the best thing you can do, because you are going to slavery. No, the demons are telling them that they can defeat the Most High. That's why they're doing what they do. Read. There's many precepts, but one comes to mind is uh, Psalm 64. That's one of them that come to mind. But they know they have a short time. Revelation 12. Like this double right here, Ronald Reagan. He said he made a speech. He said, "What if there's some powers that come from out of space? Would we not all come together?" He was saying in a roundabout way. He was calling for a new world order, which Bush, the vice president that became president, he came straight out and said at a speech before Congress, he's used the word new world order. Clinton even used the word new world order. So they're all insiders. Are you going to vote Trump, or are you going to vote from?
All right, so you can go and watch the elder his video here. You can see what he's going into and what he has up here. I took that part from it, just to say the same thing. Basically, Esau he only got one plan and he see it failing, but he's sticking to it, right? He presses on with his plan, his crafty counsel, and why is that? Because these demons are lying to him. Um, so it's interesting. It says Isaiah 47:10. This is talking about Esau Edom. It says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, None seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me." It says, "Therefore shall evil come upon thee, and thou shalt not know from whence it ariseth." Right? And basically, being that Esau Edom has only one plan, and he's trying to stick to it, to bring in this new world order or this fourth industrial revolution. He he's throwing just anything out there. Basically, he's coming down with great wrath because he have but a short time, and you can see that he's losing control of everything. Basically, through the spirit, sometimes I see, I watch a lot of videos or listen to a lot of videos throughout the day, and sometimes I can hear a brother talk about something, and the next day there's a news article about it. Or I even posted on my Facebook one time about something, and then the next day, or we was, it was a while ago, but I watched something on the news, or I was watching, I believe it was Amawan Gabar. Amawan of elder brother Amawan Gabar was talking about something. I did a video on it also, and the next day that same thing happened. And then I posted on Facebook. I said, you can't make this shit up. So it's like these people are so desperate and they're losing control of what's happening. They're throwing anything and everything out there. A lot of it's true, but a lot of it's false also, because they're flooding the media with false news, and they're getting ideas from anywhere and anything. And we as watchmen report on it all. So whatever the case may be, we go in there, we figure it out, we find it out. If it to be true or not, but we also blow the trumpet on it. Regardless. But evil is coming upon this man, right? Because you can see that he's moving sloppy. You even got things like what is that thing? The Simpsons, where it predicts everything. I didn't really look into it like that, but it seems like everything that's happening, the Simpsons predicted it, because that goes into their witchcraft, right? Their plans, their sorceries, and their crafty counsel. And these demons are like, yep, everything is going according to plan, but they can clearly see shit is fucked up, because they're everyone can see it. They're moving sloppy. They're diverting from the plan somewhat. Like they're still on the plan towards the New World Order, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, the MOTB, but the plan they laid down is losing its grip on the people, on the minds of the people, right? No one's accepting it, so they're gonna have to come down with that great wrath, because it's not working completely. These demons on the left hand side are lying to them, right? And they're pressing on. It says, therefore, Isaiah 47:11, it says, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it ariseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt know. Thou which thou shalt not know, right? And what's gonna happen? These other nations gonna, shoot nuclear missiles at them, you know, come against Esau, Edom, which will get some of those precepts. It says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail, right? So these are things that they use from their youth, so they gain trust, for these spiritual demons on the left hand side. But here in this time, we're at the end of things. And that's why it says, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the multi-procrastinators stand up and save thee from the things that shall come upon thee, right? So they're basically, and we can all see it, moving crazy, real sloppy, throwing anything out there, tacky movements, throwing in singers, and Hulk Hogan is around at some of these different events, which is craziness, and they're throwing anything and everything out there. So the Most High is telling them to stand with these things which are lying to them, a lying spirit. Let me get that real quick. Let me get this. 1 Kings 22 and 21. Okay, so we'll start right here. 1 King 22:19. It said, and he said, hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. And the Lord said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramathagalad? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. And there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth and will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. So that's exactly what Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua is doing. He's sending these spirits to lie to Esau Edom to make him fight. That's why he's even saying here, Stand now with thine enchantments, with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. See what Esau Edom probably think this is? He probably think this is a test like Job. This man think he's been given some magical tests like Job, some spiritual tests like Job, to try to overcome the Lord. It says, "Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly procrastinators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee." This is Obadiah. We just start at 1. The point I want is 3. It says the vision. It says Edom will be humbled. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom. And that's Yahweh Bahashmi Yahushai. It says concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. Excuse me. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. It says the pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Right. So Esau Edom has had this time to ring over the earth, conquer all peoples, subdue all peoples, right? Be everywhere, and now they're lifted up with pride, and it has deceived them, right? And even these spirits on the left hand side lying to them, saying it is all good. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. And these devils don't believe that. Now the point here in Psalm 64 that I want to get is suddenly, because that's what's going to happen to them. Suddenly shall they be destroyed. This is Psalm 64 and 1. It says, hear my voice, O power, and my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Right. And this is a prayer that we should all pray, the hopeful elect. While we're here under our oppressors that seek to destroy our life. Right. Because they trying to offset Bible prophecy by shooting at the Lord's elect. But we will be protected. It says, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. So that's not actually the one I wanted, but this is good also. It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They searches out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Here we go. This is what I wanted. It says, but Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So the same way they suddenly shooting at us, the Most High is going to shoot at him and his arrows don't miss. Right? They're going to be utterly destroyed. This is Habakkuk. We'll start at, the point is in 7. We'll start at 5. It says, yet also, Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yet also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, which is the debt. That thick clay is the debt. It says, shall they not rise up suddenly, that shall bite thee in a wake, that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? The scripture say, let the weak say I'm strong. Right? So that's exactly what's going to happen. These other nations shall hate the whore, right, and shoot their missiles at this bitch Babylon the Great. Revelation 12 and 12, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And we can see that. We can see that he has a short time, right, because how he's moving. And he's going to come even harder, right? He's going to go all out. He's going to go all out. It says First Thessalonians 5 and 1. It says, but of the times and of the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." Right? So Esau, Edom think they're going to be able to escape this, right? They think they shall, what is it? Let me see. It says their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. In their this is Psalms 49:11. It says their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever and their dwelling places to all generations. They called their lands after their own names, right? So they really think they're gonna overcome. This is Second Ezra chapter 13, we start at verse 1. It says, "And it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven." Who is this man? This is talking about Yahweh Shai. "And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth filleth when it filleth the fire." Right? So Yahweh Shai is coming with those chariots and those laser beams to destroy Esau, Edom. Thus saith the Lord. It says after, and it says and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. So these are the nations coming together, during World War III in that Levant region to try to subdue Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai on his return, pursuant to Matthew 24:30. It says, "But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it." That's the chariot. That's the biggest chariot, the Yahushua, the mothership, the fathership actually, that Yahushua is going to be in. It says, "But I would have seen the region or place where out the hills were graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yes, durst fight." And they're continuing to be afraid. And that's a part of their plans failing. Going back to Ezekiel 37, because their whole plan in that crafty council was pursuant to what? Psalms 83, was to cut us off from being a nation. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Well, we are the Hebrew Israelites, right? The nation of Israel. Here we are, right here, have woken up, and they're trembling. They're afraid. Those words that just came out of my mouth, that all of us, the hopefully like have the power to speak on. They are afraid, right? Their plans are crumbling, but we can clearly see that they're still pressing on. They're moving forward. These demons on the left hand side are lying to them. It says, "And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitudes that came, he neither lifted up his hand nor held sword or any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitudes which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid." Right. So basically, um, that's why the elect is gonna be in those bunkers. This is why they're gonna be going in the bunkers and hiding, because they gonna be destroyed. Right. They're gonna be destroyed. We got here Revelations 11:11, and this is how they're afraid. It says, Revelations 11:11. I kind of got them backwards here, but we'll get both of them. It says, "And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them." Entered in who? The hopeful elect, the prophets and men of the Lord, the helps. The whole hopeful elect. It says, "And after these, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them that were saw them." Right, so they afraid when they see how shy. They're still gonna fight. They're afraid that they see us waking upon our feet, because they know what it means for them. It means the end of their kingdom, right? What is it? Esau is the end of the road, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Great fear fell upon them which saw them. Who's seeing us? These other nations, the elites. Ezekiel 37:10. It says, "So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army." Right? Just the nation of Israel waking up, that breath entering into us, and that's why they're afraid. Because we're standing upon our feet, as it says here. Right? We're out here making these videos on the street corners, you know, in every city. The Israelites all over the world. You got dudes like Vocab Malone flying jets and planes to get to the other side of the world, talking about they're everywhere. Yeah, here we are. And we can clearly see what's going on. The plans is failing, the whole plan that these people had. So with that, that's pretty much been it. Blowing the trumpet. These demons are lying spirits of Esau Edom. He only got but one plan to bring in his new world order, his fourth industrial revolution, and he can see it failing. But these demons are lying to him, and he's continuing, and he think he gonna make it. But with that, I'll say shalom to the Ophelelect, which consists of men, women, and children. Shalom.